Most people think anxiety is just something you deal with, something you can ignore, power through, outwork. But when you leave anxiety unaddressed, it doesn't just go away. It spreads into your sleep, your focus, your relationships, your physical health. And here's the part that most people miss. It doesn't always show up as full-blown panic attacks. Sometimes it's just that gnawing sense of pressure you can't shake, a restlessness in your chest, a mind that won't turn off. This video is about what happens when you don't deal with that anxiety and why that keep pushing mindset eventually makes everything worse. If you've been living with it for so long that it just feels normal, you need to see this video. You'll see what it's really costing you and why now is the time to face it. My goal is to help high-achieving professionals relieve their stress, anxiety, overthinking, and burnout using practical strategies and techniques from our M3 method so they can enjoy their success without sacrificing their well-being. In this video, we're going to unpack how unaddressed anxiety disguises itself in your everyday habits, the real damage it causes to your body, brain, and relationships, why most common advice just doesn't work, and 7 hidden costs of just living with anxiety that most high performers don't see coming. Because anxiety doesn't usually start with panic attacks or breakdowns. It starts small. A little tension here, a skipped break there. You start canceling plans because you just need to catch up. You go to bed exhausted but can't fall asleep. You feel like no matter how much you do, it's never enough. You brush off the tight chest as too much caffeine. The irritability is just a bad day. The exhaustion is needing one more cup of coffee. Until one day you realize you don't remember the last time you felt okay. Not excited or thriving, just okay. And that scares you more than you want to admit. Here's what anxiety does when left alone. It makes your baseline feel like pressure, like you're behind, like you have to earn your rest. You stop trusting your body. You second guess your choices. You feel like you're constantly bracing for something to go wrong. It bleeds into your work, where nothing ever feels good enough. You keep raising the bar and calling it ambition, but deep down, it's fear driving the pace. It hijacks your weekends, where you're physically off but mentally still on. You can't be present with your significant other. You're zoning out with friends. Even rest feels like a task to manage. It affects your health, tight chest, shallow breathing, jaw pain, digestive issues. You start Googling symptoms, wondering if something is wrong with you physically, when really it's anxiety running in the background. But the real cost is identity erosion. You lose your ability to be present, to enjoy stillness, to feel inspired instead of just productive. You still might smile, still show up, still hit your goals, but inside it feels like you're slowly burning out. And the sad part is no one sees it, because on the outside, you've mastered holding it together. If you're a high-achieving professional that's struggling with stress, anxiety, and overthinking, I created a free gift just for you. My Stress-Free Success Guide gives you 5 simple science-backed strategies to calm your mind, reduce your stress, and regain control of your emotions so you can focus on what truly matters. These are practical, fast-acting techniques that fit seamlessly into your life and help you stay productive without suffering from mental and emotional roadblocks. Click the link in the description to grab your copy and start taking control of your mental and emotional health today. One of my clients last year, we'll call him Eric for the sake of the video, was a software engineer in his early 30s. From the outside, he was thriving. Big title, big salary, always one step ahead of everything. But what no one could see is he couldn't sleep. He'd wake up with tightness in his chest. He dreaded Mondays, even though he really liked his work. And he told me, I feel like I'm successful, but I'm not okay. He had a strong work ethic, solid support system, but inside he was running on fumes. He tried all the apps, journaling, meditating, but always felt like putting out fires and not fixing the root. When we started working together, we didn't just talk about stress. We worked on nervous system regulation, which helped his body feel safe again. We untangled the patterns behind his overthinking and helped him process the emotional weight that he was carrying. And slowly things started to shift. He didn't just function in his day-to-day life. He felt clear, calm, and in control. And that's the key. You don't fix anxiety with hacks. You fix it by training your system to feel safe. Not by adding more, but by unlearning the survival mode that you've been stuck in. Here's what most people try to fix anxiety. They try forcing positive thoughts, meditating once a week, ignoring the problem until it explodes, distracting themselves with work, caffeine, or productivity hacks. But the issue is anxiety isn't just in your mind, it's in your body as well. You can't mindset your way out of a nervous system that's stuck in survival mode. You've probably heard advice like, just think positive or take a deep breath. Maybe those things help a little, but they don't last because anxiety isn't a thinking problem, it's a safety problem. Your body is scanning for danger even when you're safe. So until you train your system to recognize safety again, no amount of logic is going to fix the problem. That's why traditional advice usually falls short. It focuses on thoughts instead of patterns. It focuses on mindset, but skips the part where your body is stuck in threat mode. You need tools that calm the body, process the stress, and retrain your system to respond differently. Otherwise, you're just managing symptoms instead of solving the problem. Next, I'm going to go through the 7 hidden costs of ignoring anxiety. Number 1, you normalize dysfunction. You get so used to the tension in your shoulders, the racing mind, the constant pressure, that it becomes background noise. You stop realizing how much energy it takes to live like that. But just because you've adapted to dysfunction doesn't mean it's sustainable. You're surviving, yes, but thriving, not even close. Number 2, you burn bridges without meaning to. You're short with people, distant, reactive. Not because you don't care, but because your system is fried. Anxiety shrinks your emotional capacity. And that means people start feeling like they're walking on eggshells. Slowly, the people you care about most to begin with start to feel pushed away. Number 3, you start questioning everything. Anxiety doesn't just cause stress. It rewires how you process decisions. You second guess even small choices. You reread emails 5 times before sending them. You can't tell the difference between intuition and fear anymore. That constant doubt chips away at your self-trust. Number 4, your body starts breaking down. You might think the headaches, digestive issues, or chest tightness are unrelated, but your body's keeping score. Living in fight or flight mode 24/7 takes a toll, and eventually your body forces you to slow down, whether through burnout, illness, or total shutdown. Number 5, you miss the moments that matter. You're physically there, but mentally somewhere else. At dinner with your significant other, but replaying work in your head. Watching TV, but scrolling your phone. Anxiety steals your presence, and with that, it steals connection, joy, and fulfillment. You don't feel here. You feel stuck in your own head. Number 6, you keep repeating the same patterns. Anxiety loves predictability, even if the pattern isn't serving you. You avoid tough conversations. Say yes when you mean no. Stay in the loop of overworking. Why? Because your brain thinks familiarity equals safety. But staying in that loop guarantees you more of the same. Number 7, you believe this is just who you are. I've always been like this. This is just how my brain works. It's one of the most dangerous lies anxiety tells you. That this restlessness, this worry, this disconnection, it's you. But it's not. It's a state you've learned to survive in. And if you can learn it, you can unlearn it. The truth is, if you don't address anxiety, it will address you. Not in the big dramatic breakdowns initially, but in the small moments it steals from your life. The sleep you lose, the relationships that suffer, the opportunities you can't fully enjoy. But it doesn't have to stay that way. You can train your body to feel safe again. You can break the cycles that keep you stuck. And you can finally feel like you again. If you enjoyed this video, click like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.